And next up, we have Breaking the Bank, Lux Voice Book number 3, written by Daniel Schiedhofen. It is 500 pages, $4.99. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, and here's the author's description. Doc was happy with his new life. He'd married Fiala and Sonya, had allies who were steadfastly beside him, and was building the name of Lady Luck. Things were moving in the right direction, and life was good. Powerful enemies were starting to rise against him. Doc knew that Sheriff Grange and McIan and the preacher of Apoc would be problems eventually, but the two he had to deal with first were Suez and Goodman. Suez was still a mystery to Doc, and the man had effectively split the town with Goodman. Goodman was a larger concern, being the head of the only bank in town and the mayor of Deep Gulch. Doc's lucky strike in the wild helped give him the leverage in town. Using the windfall from his mine, he moved to break the town free from the deep pockets that had it in a stranglehold. When Leah, Ayla, Sophia, and his wives left town to work on their outdoor knowledge and shooting, Doc was left to mind the lily and keep healing the wounded. He thought things would be fine until Spot, one of the deputies, came stumbling mortally wounded. Pushing himself more than he should, Doc poured his energy, vitality, and his life into saving Spot. Darkness coalesced around him as he used almost everything he had to bring the deputy back from death's door. Wow, this is really long for a novel description. After escaping death by the barest of margins, Doc had no idea what was coming next for him, but he had faith that his goddess would help see him through it. And there's a really large warning saying it contains adult situations, sex gambling, drug abuse, drug use, harm, murder, and also graphic sex scenes and elements of BDSM. So there you go. I'll be honest, the novel description is longer than my review. The review is fairly simple. It's a fine continuation of the Slice of Life series. I, in particular, really enjoyed the backstabbing section. It's a nice bit of intrigue. It had some really good twists in that section there. There's also a lot of tying off of loose story threads in here because you can see the main characters planning to leave town, though that doesn't actually happen in the book. So overall, though, entertaining to read. Again, usual warning about there being sex scenes and polyamorous relationships in the story, just FYI. The only thing that kind of took it down for me is just there's never as much RPG progression here as I would like in general. Like the other elements of the story, character development, humor, action. In this case, even the intrigue was really nicely done. I'm super big into the RPG aspects of these story worlds, and that wasn't really developed here, unfortunately. But still, good, entertaining story. Good score, 7.3 out of 10. That's Breaking the Bank, Lux Voice, book number 3, with a good score of 7.3 out of 10.